I'd like to welcome you guys to this week's report. Today is Thursday, October 24th, I believe. I want to start out by apologizing for missing last week's report. I had to go to the dentist on Thursday and have some dental work done. I did not realize that my mouth would be completely numb and it would be impossible for me to speak after I had it done. So I just erred on the side of caution. I know some of you guys get tired of the way I breathe and everything else, so I can't imagine me doing my report with a mouthful of Novocaine, but here I am today. We've had good weather all week. Here a little foggy in the mornings, but nice overall. Good news is tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday we're also going to have great weather everywhere. The bad news is come Sunday, it's going to be windy at all the islands. Looks okay along the coast. Monday, it looks windy everywhere, and Tuesday and Monday night into Tuesday, it just looks like hell. So it's going to be really windy. And it will clear back up come Wednesday. So let's keep our fingers crossed that this wind does not set us from fall into winter mode. I don't believe it will, but we'll have to keep our eyes on what happens after the wind blows in the offshore scene. My iPad was dead, so I'm using my phone for my notes here, and it constantly wants to shut off, so I apologize for that. If you guys don't follow it, the Bisbee's Black and Blue Marlin Tournament is happening right now in Cabo San Lucas. And I just saw my friend Rudy Morgan and the guys aboard the boat Prime Time just landed the 482-pound black marlin, and they're leading the tournament and have big fish for day 2 so far. So congratulations, Rudy. He's been down there for quite a few seasons now fishing it. It's nice to see him get a qualifier. Hopefully it holds up for him. Probably worth about $1.5 million or more just today, and side pots and stuff. There's a couple more fish hooked, so we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. But good for them. And in other tournament news, this weekend is the Balboa Angling Club Bay Bass Open, which is a spotted bay bass tournament. Has a very fancy name, but it's a very simple tournament. Up to 3 people per boat. 3 spotted bay bass over 14 inches to be weighed in live at the Balboa Angling Club on Saturday. Tournament starts, lines in at 6, lines out at 1 p.m. Weigh in afterwards, and then they have a really nice awards banquet on Sunday at the Angling Club that includes food, open bar. It's just a really fun event. If you're, it's $50 per angler, so it's not a big setback financially. There is no cash prize, but they have some great prizes. They're giving away a fishing rod and a bunch of other sponsors that they have, along with some Matt Koch prints for the trophies. Really a fun event every year. If you're just even a recreational guy who wants to give it a shot, I would check it out. It's on the Balboa Angling Club website. You can register up until 5 p.m. on Friday, and you can pay right on the website. Real simple. If you've been thinking about throwing your hat into a tournament ring, a nice, fun, competitive, but very relaxed way. It's a great tournament. I'm sure the fish will be pretty good. So I'll see you there hopefully on Saturday. And let's get to the fishing up in the Channel Islands. Oh boy. Good rock fishing up there consistently. Boats are having to fish deeper than 300 feet, but they're catching some nice reds, lingcod, things like that. There's some squid at Santa Cruz Island, probably rose as well, but the boats up that way have still been catching some nice halibut and sea bass. It's not wide open. It's not even, as far as the sea bass goes, not even consistent, but I know the Island Tack had some nice halibut up there the other day, and my friend Pat, who runs the Aloha Spirit, was out on a private boat the other day, and they had, I think, 3 or 4 nice sea bass at there we go, close again. Sorry about this. Very amateurish of me to them. I'm out of practice from not being here last week, I guess. So yeah, if you're gonna go up there, go Friday or Saturday. It's gonna be pretty brutal up there after that. But luckily, it doesn't really bother the rockfish. So once the weather calms back down, it'll probably still be biting. In unspecific rockfish news, I don't know exactly where he's fishing. My friend Oliver Nye from Big Bass Dreams is still having excellent fishing for rockfish. I think he's probably fishing somewhere north of Catalina Island. I don't want to burn where he is, but he's doing a lot of that deep water jigging with flat ball jigs and stuff, and he's just been on those fish consistently the last few weeks. He sent me some video of the fish he's getting.
Yeah, nothing like putting the new toys to the test. Axel slow pitch jigging system here. Blue whale jig, 350 gram. It's got a nice unique shape. Giant red, crushed it. So dope. Oh, he done did it again. Show this man how to slow pitch one time and look what he does. PB Ling on the jig, PB Red on the jig. No more rail plates, no more bike handles, no more 20 hook ganyons. No more boring ass rockfish. Just all exciting ass rockfish now. That is so sick, brother. Well done.
Thank you, brother.
Anyway, the reason I bring him up without giving too much information on where he's fishing, he is running trips where he will take you out and show you how to not only catch rockfish on jigs, but how to position the boat, types of spots to set up, all their things that you could charter him, and then you could take that to your own boat and apply those same things. I'm not saying go exactly where he fishes, but it'll kind of open your eyes to how different things happen. And I'm a big proponent of shortcuts when learning stuff, so a day spent with him is going to cut quite a bit of probably a year off your learning curve. But he's got those trips available, and he's also got some open party trips in November if you're just looking to go out and catch some fish. Might be a good choice for you. Fun way to fish it, light tackle, jigging. Yeah, and he's at Oliver at BigBassDreams.com. In other island news, Clemente has seen a little bit of coverage from sport boats. Not getting a ton of coverage, but the overnight, I know the Fury out of Dana Point's been fishing there, and some of the boats that are fishing multi-day trips, 2-day trips are stopping there on one of the days, and they're catching some nice yellows on the squid grounds. It's normally a bite in the dark or very early morning. Haven't heard a lot of bass coverage over there, but I'm sure those are biting. Haven't heard a lot from Catalina. It's getting to be that time of year where the information kind of dries up, but along the beach, the fish are biting. The Spitfire out of Marie Del Rey has been having pretty consistent halibut fishing. I mean, it's been for weeks now, and they've got trips available. Today, the Victory out of Long Beach Sport Fishing was heading out to get sculpin or whatever they're fishing for, and stumbled on a biting barracuda. They should have been here months ago, but they'll take them in October. But those fish were biting jigs and boiling around and acting like barracuda despite being in the middle of October, and they had over 50 fish. I'm sure that most of the guys that were on the boat were not prepared for catching barracudas, so I'm surprised they caught that many. I talked to Shannon from Sea Lutions Charters out of Newport Beach today. He fished along the coast. He had really good fishing, nice big calico bass. They caught some bonita. They got illegal sea bass. He said it's really good fishing, and this is really at the time of year, this fall stuff, that water temps stabilize and that coastal fishing can be really good. So I haven't been out. Most of my friends have not been out, so I don't have any other local information. I was hoping to get it this week, but it didn't work out. But if you want to go catch sand bass or calico bass, probably pretty good fishing right now. And if you're looking to charter a boat to fish on locally, Shannon from Sea Lutions out of Newport Beach is pretty hard to beat. And he runs half-day trips. He'll run island trips, full day, whatever you want to do. It's got a nice Parker, real dialed-in operation, so I'd definitely check him out. Not like I said, there's not a whole lot of information due to the time of year, but the Coronado Islands are still biting. Not like they were. It's been hit and miss. Still getting a good grade of fish on the sport boats. I know the San Diego's consistently been catching them. Some days it's deep water fishing out to rock pile and yo-yo jigs or dropper loops. Other days they're biting the fly line. If I were to go down there, I'd be ready with a service iron rod, probably a 30-pound fly line set up, and 60-pound yo-yo setup. Well, we used to use a 60-pound yo-yo setup back before Spectra, which would be a 4.0 size reel full of 60-pound, but these days it would probably be like a Penn Fathom 40 narrow, full of 80-pound braid with a leader, or even a Penn Fathom 25 narrow with 65-pound braid, a little stouter rod, especially those yo-yo jigs, right? Shorter rod, 7 or 8 foot. I don't think that bite down there is going to get messed up too much by the wind we got coming on, but seems like the coastal stuff is, we have one day of really strong wind, and the rest of the time it's not too bad. So swordfish fishing is happening. A lot of guys are saying it's one of the best years we've had since this whole thing kicked off back 5, 6 years ago, how long it's been. And they're catching fish from, the east end of Catalina down to the Mexican border. Better fishing down south. There's been several big fish caught. I think a 400-something pounder was caught last week. And then Luke from Angler Choice Tackle in San Diego caught a pending state record earlier this week, 666 or 662 pounder. Just unreal. I mean, I saw the picture Cortes and Tanner and his buddy sent it to me, and I saying, what in the hell are you going to do with all that meat? I mean, that's got to be, what, 450 pounds of steaks off that thing? Yeah, I don't know. You have to buy a I don't know how many chest freezers you need to hold that, but it would be something else. But yeah, that's happening. And although I built all the equipment to do it, Jimmy and I got reels and all the tackle to do it, we both realized it's not our cup of tea. And it's too slow paced. It's boring in my opinion. We didn't catch one, but I just can't sit there staring at a bobber for 8 hours a day. But if that is your cup of tea and you don't know what you're doing, there are charter boats that will take you out and show you how. The Bight Sport Fishing is running trips daily when they get off the dock, and they will take you out there and they'll show you how to fish for swordfish, where to fish for swordfish, and the tackle and all the other nonsense you'll need to do it. It's like I said with Oliver's trips, it's going to save you a ton of money and time by hiring somebody that knows what they're doing to show you what you should be doing. So something to keep in mind. If you want to catch swordfish, I'd check out Bight Sport Fishing. I apologize for keep looking down, but my phone keeps shutting off here. So other offshore stuff, the tuna bite out the Outer Banks, Tanner and Cortez is still happening. If you're going to go, Friday or Saturday's your day. If not, you're probably going to be next weekend before it's fishable again. I don't know how good it's going to be after the wind is going to get out there. But steady bluefin tuna fishing out there. Lots of boats on it. Thunderbird, the Freedom, Tribute, Fury. Big out there and loading up. I know that the Thunderbird had 81 bluefin tuna and 29 yellowtail out there on a 2-day trip. My friend Kim went on the Fury with her Lady Anglers group. They had really good bluefin tuna fishing out there. The Freedom the other day had limits of bluefin as well as limits of big reds. Which, if you're stopping to fish reds after you caught your limits of bluefin, it's a pretty good day because you're done early. And yeah, so that wind's not going to be doable come Sunday. Probably not until Thursday or Friday next week. But, this being this time of year, I don't know anybody's going to be off the dock anyway. The last news is down south, the yellowfin tuna are finally biting. Bad news is they're at the bottom end of 1.5 day range. These fish are 125 to 150 miles from the dock. You're better off on a 2 or 3 day trip. But these are regulation like a Lehos Banks grade yellowfin. I've been say 50 to close to 100 pounds. Surprisingly, they're the same size as those fish we saw on dolphin in our local waters a month ago. I don't think it's the same fish, but it seems like all the yellowfin that are along here are bigger ones. But the 1.5 and 2 day boats over the weekend and earlier this week were loaded up on those fish down there. And I think that's far enough south to be out of the wind we're going to have, and I think that bite will still be there next weekend. I don't know the boats are going to run down there this weekend, maybe Friday night, maybe Saturday, I don't know. I didn't look at the weather that far down, but those fish should stick around for a while. I don't think they're going to get blown out of here. Seems like a good spread of fish, lots of boats getting on them. It's not like one boat's catching them, the other ones aren't. So hopefully they'll stick around for a bit. Hearing reports there's going to be an El Nino this coming year here, or sorry, a La Nina. Didn't mean to get your hopes up. And who knows what that's going to do. But fish are there to catch right now. I know it's getting late in the year. It's almost Halloween here. So yeah, if you're gonna fish Friday or Saturday. If you're gonna fish Sunday, fish the coast. If you want to fish the island Sunday, I'd just save it till next week. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and good luck if you fish.